Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Play Factorio. So, this is a wonderful and amazing game. You guys might have saw my three-part mini-series on the demo that I released within a 12-hour span, I guess, or so. And I had a lot of fun. Thanks to Benner for getting me the game. I'm going to go ahead and start a Let's Play series on YouTube, which was you guys, and I'm also streaming at the same time, which it's twitch.tv/Stone Legion, one word. So this is going to be a series where you can watch it live, or you can watch it in the parts on YouTube where you're probably seeing this video now. So this is an awesome game. All I can tell you is it reminds me of the olden days of Minecraft with Buildcraft, Red Power, where you didn't have things like AE or AE2 or logistics pipes, where you actually had to build your factories and piece it together, and they were insanely huge and things like that. And well, hopefully you watch and give this game a chance, because I think you're going to enjoy it quite a bit. So we're not going to play with any mods, not the first playthrough. We're going to just play normally, and then down the road we are going to add mods and things like that to spice it up, of course. And there is a lot of mods, like huge size mods that add a lot of changes to the game, completely change the game even. But for now, let's get going here. So we're going to play, we're going to do a new game. And we're going to change some changes here, and I'll explain the changes to you. The big one here, I guess, will change is enemy bases to frequency is going to be very high or high. Some people have recommended some settings. One gentleman here recommended the max biter frequency and max biter size. He says that makes it fun and enjoyable. So let's go very high and size very high. But at the same time, he also suggested that you make your starting area big or very big. So we'll go very big, which this means is basically you have a nice big square before you get in the range of the biters. This gives you time to protect your base and make it a little more enjoyable. So the time you want to go and explore, or your pollution gets to high levels where the biters see it and get affected by it, you should be able to protect yourself. And if you didn't know, biters are basically the AI enemies in this game, and they are attracted by pollution, so they're pretty damn nasty if you're not careful. So let's go ahead and generate and see how well this goes. So here we go. This is Factorio, free to play. Your task is to prepare the planet for colonizing forces from Earth. Landing ships would be an easy target for attackers from the native bases, where they can be protected by rocket defenses. You need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock rocket defense. Start small, work your way up with automation. Don't forget to protect from the natives. So, just to give you an idea, there is an end game. Basically, that's the end game. But you don't have to do it, and you could play for 1,000 hours and then decide to do the rocket defense. Basically, once you do that and it runs, I believe the game ends. So just keep that in mind. That's right now like the small end game. Like I said, you know, there's mods that'll change the game, but don't forget this game is also an alpha or beta or something like that, which means it's progressing every day. In fact, they come out with like 3 to 4 updates a week, or sorry, not a week, a month. Oh god, I don't want to lie there. So yeah, keep that in mind. Right now it might be a little longer than normal between updates, because they're actually adding multiplayer in here where you and I can actually play this together and it'd be a big multiplayer world. So now that we're in the world, we get started. We're gonna look around. You have a map. You can see there's some resources here. It looks like we actually have a nice little balance of resources here. I think that is crude oil. That's just desert. This is plains. That's copper. That's stone. That's coal, and I think that's iron. So if that's the case, this is a really nice spot here. But let's go ahead and investigate it ourselves. So here you go. You can hover over this and you see at the top right there, coal, iron, copper, and stone. So if anyone was to tell you, they would say this was an actual really good starting spot, and I would have to agree with them. This was an excellent starting spot. So I feel like at this point coal is the resource that we'll use the most. You start with a drill. Basically this will drill for you. So you place this down, but it needs fuel. Okay, let's get fuel. Oh wait, let's mine the fuel. So you can right click, but look how long it takes. Yeah, it's gonna take forever to mine that. So what we can do is hit E, and we can go into the production here and build an iron axe. There we go. And then you'll see it there. And now when we right click, way faster. And you can see at the top right there, this one little tiny tile basically has 400 coal left, so you do actually get quite a bit of ore from one of these. Then again, somebody who's played this game, not me, but somebody who's played this game for hundreds of hours, they would tell you this isn't really big, because they will probably do dozens, if not even 100 of these down the road. Like, they'll go through them quite a bit. Maybe not as much as coal, because I think a lot of people go green a bit over time, but still, like, you would use a lot of these nodes later on. You would have them so automated, and it'd just be insane. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and fill our coal in here. Isn't that a beautiful sound? I love it. And while that's running, we're going to go and visit our iron down here, because iron's probably the next resource we're going to need quite a bit of. Let's go ahead and make one more pick. You can actually combine them over top. They don't both break. They just, once the one breaks, it gets the other one for you. And you can see nighttime comes. Isn't that cool? There is actually lights, and they use power and everything, which is really cool. So I think this is crude oil. Yeah, see, there's pink there, and that's crude oil. I've only played about 3 or 4 hours in an actual single game, and a lot of it was learning. So, I mean, I have like literally many dozens of hours of learning to do, but I wanted to learn the basis before I start doing an official Let's Play like this. Just so that way I can also be a little helpful when you're brand new, but at the same time, as I progress with the series, I'll become more new. Oh, that's right, there's no... Okay, so this can't pump out anywhere. It has to go somewhere, right? And you can see it puts it on the ground, but that's not good enough. So what we're gonna have to do is make a chest to put it in. So we just grab some wood. We'll just make a simple chest here. Go on your bar there, and there you go. That was a bad derp on my part. Cool. And then we're gonna put this furnace here, and you can put that in there, and then so that's the fuel, and you can see how long it burns. And this game, so watch this. It stops there. It doesn't continuously burn it, though in a way it kind of should, but I guess it would be bad because you kind of use stone furnaces for the longest time. But I mean, once you fire it up, it shouldn't just pause, but that's how it is anyways. If it was supposed to be a bit more realistic than that, I think you'd have a lot of problems, because you don't hit like electronic furnaces till quite further in the game from what I hear, so. So there we go, get some iron plates. It's exciting. So I guess we'll start working. The next big thing I guess I'm going to work up to is I want to start automating, and I think the biggest one is more mining drills, since they're pretty important to us. So as you can see here, basically they're made out of iron plates, iron gear wheels, and of course the stone furnace. And oh yeah, we only had one thing in there, didn't we? So we can go through this chest. You can actually control click the chest and loot what's inside of it. Shift click that in there. Perfect. Actually, let's go ahead and loot this. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some stone, which we had some over here. Perfect. And let's go ahead and start placing or creating a drill here. So we're going to need more iron, but before that we'll have enough, and then we can just place it like that. You can hit R to rotate it. So we're going to need more fuel here, of course. You can take some from there, and of course take the rest from the chest. Perfect. There we go. There she goes. So now we're automating, well, yeah, it is automating both the coal and the iron. And of course we can really automate this in the near future as well. Let's get more chests here. There we go. Now the next one we're going to work on is some... do we have just enough for one more? Nope. Oh, we need a bit more stone, it looks like. That's fine. The next one we'll work on is getting some copper at the same time here. There we go. And let's see how this works. Wow, that's one big ass. Oh my god, that's an amazing copper vein. To me, that's the biggest I think I've ever seen. But then again, like I said, I'm new. I know there's one mod that makes it so like you get your like I think normal-ish generation around you, but the further you go out, the bigger and larger the veins become and things like that. Of course, the danger also becomes a lot more the further out you go, but it's sort of like a really cool like mod to have like later on once you've learned the game. One thing some people say, oh, try this mod, try that mod, which I would love. If you guys are people who've played this game for a long time, please suggest mods for me to try. I'd love to hear them. But like I said, I'm gonna, do a nice playthrough without the mods and then add them later, because just the base game is more than enough fun. The mods are just like an amazing, oh, let's add new features, or let's change things. So what you saw me doing there is fishing. There's actual fish in this game. You can actually eat this fish. I don't tend to use it right now, but it will heal. It says minus 20 physical damage. Basically, it means it takes your damage and gives you 20 health. It's kind of weird wording, but it does what it's supposed to do. Okay. I think it's time for us to automate some stone mining as well, just because we use it, it seems. Hopefully my Let's Plays are a little quieter than they used to. One thing I do differently now is I actually have a headset now, which should help make it a little easier to understand and not as loud anyways. Oh, that's because I'm not close enough. So, there you go, and put that iron we got so far and put it in here. Nine iron. It gets really dark. I like the lighting of the... So, this is for our... There we go. And we need another chest. Oh. There you go. Let's go pick up our coal and refill some of these up now. Oh, that's interesting. That kind of sucks. That'll last a little longer at least now. You know what? We don't need this here anymore. So if you hover over these, this creates 1.8 pollution, this creates 10 pollution, and you're like, pollution, ooh, interesting. If you hit Alt, you can actually hit M to go to the map, and you can see the pollution where it causes, and you can see it spreading out. Pollution actually does spread out quite fast, but it isn't also insane. I guess it's blinking here a bit, meaning the pollution is kind of going in and out over in that area as well. You don't see any biters or red dots basically around here, so we're safe, but later on it could become quite a problem. So you want to keep an eye on that for sure, because the second the pollution reaches the biters, they will start attacking it. And the way I set my settings, as far as I know, you can have like, I think like dozens of those biters coming after me. It's gonna be insane. In fact, I'll show you an example map of what somebody sent me, what it looks like on the overlay here, because I want to give you an idea. It's just how bad it can be. So let's go add image, browse. There you go. So let's see, position, fit to screen. So see that square part? That's like basically the idea of like my base, right? And you see how the pollution sort of reaching out there, the red in there. Yeah, so just to give you an idea, all those red dots on there are all the biters. They're bases, them massing up. The little ones are actually the little creatures themselves. So that is something you got to worry down the game, just to give you an idea of like what's there to, you know, what's there to come. So like early games, it's actually pretty peaceful and relaxing, but it does get a little crazy, especially if you decide to be quite a pollution user. Okay, we ran out of fuel on here. Oh, it's about to run out of fuel. Hopefully our coal one has produced enough to get us started again here. Nice. Okay, so let's smelt more iron here. Oh, look at all that iron. Beautiful. Some people would automate this probably a little more than I am right away, but I like to take my time, clearly. I think we'll be fine for a while anyways, but yeah, we'll start working on like conveyors and things like that in the near future as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get a couple stone furnaces going. There we go. So now we have everything going pretty good here. Some other things in the game you can look at here. This is the P key production. Shows you the production over the last minute. So consumption, production. Basically, this is not what you see mining, but what's actually produced, I guess, into from raw to an actual material. So you can see I'm doing about 19 iron plates a minute, but that's going to go up, of course. If you look at every 5 seconds, you can get a better idea. 24. This will fluctuate because 5 second sampling is not really accurate enough, but yeah, it's kind of cool to see this in the long scale of like how your production systems are going. And then if you hit T key, this is your list of technologies. You'll actually have to create these science packs later on and science lab, but you can do these upgrades, and it's not just, oh, you do this and that's it, and that and that and that and that. Some of these actually have like tier 2, tier 3, things like that, so you can actually go through these for quite a while. So there's a lot to research, and it'll take a lot of time. I'm sure there's 10, 20, 30, 40 hours worth of gameplay there. I'm not sure, I don't know the numbers to it, but trust me, there's a lot there. Of course, you can go crazy and expand on science labs, things like that over time and make it easier, but there's still quite a bit there. So I think we're getting ready that we can look into power production in the near future here. Got our copper going here well. Actually, we should probably fill that up every time we take out. Probably won't bother with the stone one too much here. You can see these create 10 pollution, so they're pretty polluting. Perfect. Nice. Oh, it's getting nighttime again. So, I think our first steps are going good. We got our, 3 main common resources mined, plus, the 4th stone here and there, going really well. So I think we're going to end it here, and we're going to continue next episode, probably looking into actual electricity for once, and seeing how that goes, because that'll be, I think you'll enjoy that quite a bit. So thank you guys and girls so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this so far, and looking forward to doing many more of these episodes. So don't forget you can subscribe, comment, and if you have any suggestions or ideas, maybe you're a hardcore player yourself, I'd love to hear them, and we'll see you soon.